Did you know that some of the most decisive battles in world history were fought on African soil? We often think of Africa as a land shaped by European powers, but the truth is far more complex. This is a story of kingdoms clashing, empires rising and falling, and a continent forged in the fires of war. Our story begins in North Africa, with the rise of Carthage. This powerful city-state, a rival to Rome, dominated the Mediterranean for centuries. The Punic Wars, a series of 3 brutal conflicts, would determine the fate of both civilizations. The battles were epic, filled with naval engagements, sieges, and legendary commanders. Hannibal Barca's daring march across the Alps to invade Italy remains one of the most audacious military campaigns of all time. Although the Battle of Cannae itself wasn't on African soil, it was launched from Carthaginian North Africa. It stands as a testament to the military genius that emerged from the African continent. Ultimately, Rome prevailed. Carthage was destroyed in 146 BC, its land becoming the Roman province of Africa. This marked a turning point, forever altering the course of North African history. Centuries later, the scramble for Africa saw European powers vying for control of the continent. Battles like the British capture of the Cape Colony in 1806 secured strategic locations and trade routes. The Anglo-Zulu War of 1879 stands as a stark reminder of African resistance to colonial expansion. The Zulu kingdom, under the leadership of King Setshwayo, inflicted a stunning defeat on the British at the Battle of Isanwena. Although the British ultimately triumphed, the war demonstrated the military capabilities of African kingdoms. The 20th century brought global conflict to Africa. During World War II, the North African campaign became a crucial theater of operations. From 1940 to 1943, British, American, and Axis forces clashed in the deserts of Libya, Egypt, and Tunisia. The Second Battle of El Alamein in 1942 was a turning point. British forces, under the command of General Montgomery, decisively defeated the German army, halting their advance into Egypt and securing the Suez Canal. Operation Torch, the Allied invasion of French North Africa, further solidified the Allied presence in the region. However, the Battle of Kasserine Pass exposed the inexperience of American troops, highlighting the challenges of fighting in a new and unfamiliar environment. The North African campaign ended in May 1943 with the surrender of over 200,000 Axis soldiers. This victory paved the way for the Allied invasion of Italy and ultimately contributed to the defeat of Nazi Germany. But the war also had profound consequences for Africa. African soldiers, conscripted from colonial territories, fought alongside European forces. Many returning veterans became politically active in the burgeoning independence movements. The post-war era saw a wave of anti-colonial struggles across the continent. The Algerian War of Independence, which began in 1954, was one of the bloodiest and most significant. Algerian nationalists fought a protracted and brutal war against French rule, ultimately achieving independence in 1962. The Mau Mau uprising in Kenya, from 1952 to 1960, was another defining moment. The conflict pitted Kenyan rebels against British colonial forces, further fueling the movement for independence. Even after independence, conflict continued to plague the continent. The Second Congo War, from 1998 to 2003, involved 8 African nations and numerous militias. Often called Africa's World War, it resulted in the deaths of an estimated 3 to 6 million people. This conflict highlighted the complex interplay of political, economic, and ethnic factors that continue to drive conflict in the region. Looking back, African battle history is not simply a series of isolated events. It's a complex tapestry woven from the threads of conquest, resistance, and liberation. Understanding this conflict is essential to understanding the Africa we see today. The borders of modern African nations were shaped by these wars. Military institutions were influenced by colonial-era practices. And the memory of anti-colonial struggles continues to shape national identities. The continent struggles for sovereignty, foreign intervention, and resource control echo older patterns from the colonial era. The legacy of these battles continues to shape the continent today. It is crucial to remember that African soldiers were not mere auxiliaries in European wars. They were active participants who made significant contributions. Their stories deserve to be told. Furthermore, uncomfortable truths about collaboration, intra-African warfare, and atrocities committed by liberation movements must be acknowledged. Only then can we gain a complete and nuanced understanding of African battle history. From the clash of empires in ancient Carthage to the devastating conflict of the modern era, African battle history is a testament to the resilience, the strength, and the enduring spirit of the African people.